Hi there, Liz back again, and we're going to make this little piggy card right here, laying in the mud, and we're going to show you how to get started. We're going to use this little piggy set. We're going to use the set right here, this one stamp right here. We're going to use Gorgeous Grunge, and we're also going to use a discontinued background stamp. And we're going to use the largest square from the Stitched Squares framelits, and also from Flourish Thinlits dies, we're going to use this one strip right here. We're going to cut that out. We're going to use soft suede, and because I only want just the pig, I don't want the flower, the grass, or the saying, we're going to just put a piece of white paper in. I think this is Bristol Smooth. I'm just going to paint the pig itself, just the outline of the pig, with the soft suede marker. Be careful of the foot in the front, as I pointed out right there, because that's where the flower stem is, in the paw, or the hoof, whatever. I guess they don't have paws. Okay, so the nice thing about the MISTI is when you're using markers, you can always fix things. I'm going to use some crumb cake, and we're going to use a dauber. Now, I'm not coloring this really fancy, and be really careful with these daubers. You don't want spots to appear, so you want to very lightly touch the paper in a circular motion. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. We're going to do this with the crumb cake all the way around the bottom like a mud. Then I'm going to take the soft suede marker, and I'm just going to put some strokes here to make it look like he's laying in a mud puddle. Then I'm going to take some pink pirouette with the dauber again, and I'm just going to color in the pig. Now, I don't even have to mask it off, because all I want to do is get the idea that the pig is pink. So as you can see, I'm just going to kind of go around the inside of the pig a little bit, just brush it around, and it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to put some crumb cake over top of that, so it looks like he's got some mud. Then I'm going to take some Blushing Bride, just the very edge of the dauber. I'm going to put a little bit of darker pink right on the cheek. Then I'm going to take the crumb cake with the speckle stamp from the grunge, and I'm just going to stamp right over top of the whole image, so it looks like mud is splattering all over. This pig is having a blast rolling in this mud. So instead of standing up, he's now lying down, another way to use your stamps. Then I'm going to take some Soft Sky, and my paper is bigger than what's going to be on the card, so I'm just going to brush down toward the pig, so I'm not even masking anything. I'm just going to brush down toward the pig to give an idea that there's a little blue sky up there. I'm going to cut it out with the largest square, stitched square from Stampin' Up, and then I'm going to take some just regular old crochet cotton that's pretty thick, and I'm going to take the crumb cake paper. I'm just going to take a little scrap of what I cut off here, and I wanted my twine or my cotton here to be a little bit darker, so I'm just going to put that on top of the pad and just pull it through a couple of times, and that'll grunge up your string. I don't know what size crochet cotton this is, it's just a ball I had. Then I'm going to fold it in half and cut it in half, because I'm going to use 2 strings to make the bow. So right about in the middle, you take your 2 fingers, and we're going to do the rabbit ear bow, which means I'm just going to make 2 loops, and then I'm going to tie them like you start to tie your shoes, the left over the right, and then bring it down inside the hole and just pull it up. Now you can make bows with forks if you want, but you need a different size fork for every size bow you want. The nice thing about these rabbit ear bows is you can actually adjust them. Once you tighten it up, you can hold your finger on the knot, and then you can pull the two ends down to make the loops the exact size that you want. You can't do that if you make a bow on a fork. Then you're just going to trim off the end wherever you want to, and there's your bow, and that's going to go on the front of the card. Now I cut out a square of Blushing Bride already, the same large square, and now I'm just going to take a 4" by 5 1/4 piece of white. It's probably Nina white. And I'm going to take the crumb cake and I'm going to put it over this background stamp. Now you can use other background stamps. You need a graphic, more of a geometric design on this. Now if you have a striped one or something like that, I didn't have a striped one, so I went with this one. It's the one that I had that was more geometric. So I normally put a piece of paper over top of this, but I didn't take the time this time. I just kind of rubbed over it with my fingers to make sure it was all over the whole side of it. Lift it off. That's my background. So now we're going to put the card together. The card base is top folding, horizontal. So I'm just going to put that background right on the center. So there's a little bit of border of white around. Then I'm going to put the pink little square. This is a stitch square that you see they're the same exact size as the pig one that I cut out. And this one's going to go in the top right hand corner with a little bit of the background showing. Just like that. Then I pre-cut this out of Blushing Bride. This little strip. I'm going to use one of these little Xyron sticker things because this puts I always forget to put the sticky stuff on the back of my cardstock before I cut it out. So this is handy for small things like this. And once you peel apart peel off the plastic piece, which takes all the adhesive away, then you peel up your cardstock and the adhesive is on the back of it, or it should be. Sometimes some comes through those little holes. Put that right across the bottom edge of the card, just like that. And if it's a little sticky, just take an adhesive eraser and just kind of wipe over the little holes if any of the adhesive came through those little holes. Then I'm going to put the pig on, and he's going to be just down to the left of the Blushing Bride square, kind of overlapped over top of that lacy piece I just put on. And then you just affix the bow. I forgot the glue for the bow, but I'm just going to stick it there. Now, I took the stamp out of the MISTI and I put it on a block because I only want the verse that says "You make me happy." And I'm coloring that with the soft suede ink. I've cleaned the stamp, and then I flipped over the piece that I had done the pig on, and I just stamped it on the edge. You could die cut this, but really, I didn't want to take the time, so I just took the scissors and I cut a strip out and then put a fishtail on the end. And I just glued that to the top, even with the background piece that I put on there. Just kind of overlapped them all. And there's the card. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.